Did you know the Library of Alexandria, once the largest library in the world, is now lost to us, along with most of its knowledge? In the annals of human history, few places have sparked as much intrigue and wonder as the lost libraries of time. These repositories of knowledge, now vanished, held the collective wisdom of entire civilizations. Their loss leaves gaping holes in our understanding of the past, and the Library of Alexandria is perhaps the most iconic of these lost literary treasures. Founded in the 3rd century BC, the Library of Alexandria was nestled in the heart of Egypt. It was a beacon of knowledge commissioned by Ptolemy the Vosota, a general under Alexander the Great. The library was not merely a collection of books, it was an intellectual powerhouse, a hub for scholars from around the world. It held an estimated 500,000 scrolls containing works of philosophy, science, history, literature, and more. The library was a testament to the thirst for knowledge that defined the Hellenistic period. Scholars, philosophers, and scientists flocked to Alexandria, drawn by the library's unrivaled collection. It was here that Euclid penned his Elements, that Archimedes discovered the principles of buoyancy, and that Hipparchus laid the foundation for astronomy. But as with all good things, the Library of Alexandria met an untimely end. Over the centuries, it was ravaged by fires, invasions, and neglect. Its destruction was not the work of a single cataclysmic event, but rather a slow, painful erosion of knowledge. By the end of the Roman Empire, the library was but a shadow of its former self, its once vast collection reduced to ashes, its scholars scattered, and its wisdom lost to the sands of time. The loss of the Library of Alexandria is a poignant reminder of the transient nature of human knowledge. It highlights the importance of preserving our intellectual heritage, of safeguarding our collective wisdom against the ravages of time and turmoil. The Library of Alexandria was but the first of many libraries lost to us throughout history. Imagine a world where the Library of Nalanda still stands, its 9 million volumes of knowledge preserved. Nestled in the heart of ancient India, the Library of Nalanda was a beacon of knowledge and wisdom. Its inception, dating back to the 5th century AD, marked a pivotal moment in the annals of intellectual progression. With a collection boasting of 9 million manuscripts, it was a trove of information, a lighthouse guiding the curious minds towards the shores of enlightenment. The library was more than a mere collection of scrolls and parchments. It was a crucible where ideas were forged, a meeting place for scholars from diverse backgrounds and cultures. It housed knowledge on a vast array of subjects, from philosophy and astronomy to medicine and literature. The library was an embodiment of the intellectual prowess of its era, reflecting the magnificence of human thought and curiosity. However, the library's grandeur was short-lived. The 12th century saw the brutal invasion by foreign forces, resulting in the destruction of this grand edifice. The flames of the invasion devoured the library, reducing millions of manuscripts to ashes. With that, the world lost an invaluable repository of wisdom, a loss that still resonates to this day. Let's take a moment to ponder what we lost with the Library of Nalanda. Imagine the vast expanse of knowledge that was housed within its walls, the manuscripts that could have held the keys to unexplained phenomena, the scrolls that could have shed light on forgotten civilizations, the books that could have offered insights into the mysteries of the universe. Now all of it is lost to the sands of time, leaving behind an echo of the wisdom that once was. The loss of the Library of Nalanda is not just a loss for a nation or a continent, it is a loss for humanity. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of our collective knowledge, of how easily wisdom can be lost in the face of adversity. The loss of Nalanda's library was a significant blow to humanity's collective knowledge. The echo of this loss still lingers, a haunting reminder of the forgotten wisdom that once was. Imagine if we still had access to the Imperial Library of Constantinople's valuable scrolls and texts. The Imperial Library of Constantinople, a jewel of the ancient world, was a beacon of knowledge and a testament to the intellectual prowess of the time. Founded by Emperor Constantine the Great in the 4th century, the library was designed as a storehouse of wisdom, a repository for the vast collection of Greek and Roman texts. The emperor's vision was to create an intellectual center that would rival the famous Library of Alexandria, and indeed it did. At its peak, the library housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls and texts. It was a treasure trove of philosophy, science, history, and literature. Scholars from all over the world flocked to its halls, eager to delve into the depths of knowledge contained within its walls. But the Imperial Library was not just a place of learning, it was also a symbol of the power and prestige of the Byzantine Empire. The library's vast collection of texts showcased the empire's commitment to preserving and promoting the intellectual heritage of the ancient world. However, the library's glory was not to last. During the Crusades in the 13th century, the library was subjected to a series of attacks. The Crusaders, driven by religious fervor and a thirst for wealth, pillaged and destroyed the library. The vast collection of scrolls and texts, accumulated over centuries, was lost to the flames. The destruction of the Imperial Library of Constantinople was not just a loss of physical objects, it was a devastating blow to the intellectual heritage of humanity. Countless works of philosophy, science, history, and literature were lost forever. The loss of the Imperial Library of Constantinople was a tragedy of monumental proportions. It marked the end of an era of knowledge and wisdom. The library's destruction was a stark reminder of the fragility of human knowledge and the devastating impact of war and conflict on our shared cultural heritage. The loss of this library marked the end of an era of knowledge and wisdom. What if we could read the texts from the Mayan libraries destroyed by zealous conquerors? Imagine the wealth of knowledge that once lay within the Mayan libraries. These archives, rich with the wisdom of an ancient civilization, were unlike any other in the world. They were not just repositories of information, but also a testament to the Mayan civilization's remarkable achievements in writing, astronomy, and calendrical calculations. The Mayan libraries were a marvel of their time. They were the result of a unique writing system that the Maya had developed over centuries. It was a complex system combining ideographic and syllabic elements. These scripts were beautifully inscribed on bark paper books known as codices, which were then stored in the libraries. But the true genius of the Mayan civilization lay not just in their ability to create these codices, but in the depth and breadth of knowledge they contained. These codices held detailed records of the Mayans' astronomical observations, their complex calendar systems, and their religious rituals. They were a window into a world that had a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, time, and the divine. Yet, in the blink of an eye, this knowledge was lost. With the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, the Mayan libraries were systematically destroyed. The conquistadors, driven by a zealous desire to eradicate what they perceived as pagan practices, set fire to the libraries, reducing centuries of wisdom to ashes. Today, only 4 Mayan codices are known to have survived the flames. These remnants offer us a tantalizing glimpse into the wisdom of the Mayan civilization. But they also serve as a stark reminder of the vast wealth of knowledge that was lost in the fires of the conquest. The destruction of the Mayan libraries left a gap in our understanding of this ancient civilization, a gap that, despite our best efforts, we may never fully bridge. But let us not forget the legacy of the Mayan libraries. For in their loss, we are reminded of the fragility of knowledge and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage for future generations. These libraries, lost to the ravages of time and human folly, held the wisdom of ages. From the invaluable scripts of the disappeared scripts, the vast chronicles of the vanished archives, to the profound insights of the forgotten wisdom, these repositories of knowledge were the bedrock of civilizations, the engines of progress, and the wellsprings of culture. Imagine a world where the Library of Alexandria didn't crumble to dust, a world where the wisdom of the ancients was not buried under the sands of time. What would we know? How much further along might we be? The loss of these libraries is an incalculable blow to the collective wisdom of humanity. They held the answers to questions we have yet to ask, solutions to problems we have yet to encounter. Their loss is a poignant reminder of the fragility of knowledge. But the legacy of these lost libraries is not just one of loss, it's also a story of resilience. The echoes of their wisdom still reverberate through the ages in the surviving fragments of texts, in the archaeological remnants, and in the enduring thirst for knowledge that drives us still. They remind us of the power of curiosity, the value of inquiry, and the importance of safeguarding our collective wisdom. The legacy of these lost libraries serves as a testament to the importance of preservation. It's a call to action, for us to protect and preserve the knowledge we have, to share it freely, and to keep the flame of learning alive. In a world increasingly dominated by digital information, the risk of losing knowledge is perhaps greater than ever, but so is the potential for preserving it. We must heed the lessons of the past and strive to ensure that the wisdom of the present is not lost to the future. The legacy of these lost libraries serves as a reminder of the ephemeral nature of knowledge and the importance of preservation. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories.